When the announcement came, it didn't sound real. At exactly 10:47 a.m., every screen in the world lit up with the same urgent message: gravitational field decay detected. Estimated total collapse in 19 hours, 36 minutes. No one knew what it meant at first. The scientists on the broadcasts spoke too calmly, their words too heavy with equations and probabilities. But eventually the truth spread like fire. In less than a day, gravity would stop working. I was in my apartment on the 14th floor, staring out at the city skyline. Already, the air felt different. The leaves outside my window hung strangely, swaying in ways the wind didn't explain. By the third hour, water stopped behaving. In kitchens and bathrooms across the city, taps spilled liquid that curled and floated like ribbons in the air before drifting upward. People filled bottles and buckets, as if it would matter. Governments told us to move underground, to secure ourselves before the shift, but no one knew what secure meant when the ground itself was about to let go. By the 8th hour, panic became normal. Streets filled with shouting, crying, people clutching pets and children. Balloons became dangerous. One man was lifted a dozen feet before the string slipped from his hand. I stayed inside, watching, and then, something stranger happened. The news reported that in certain places, gravity had already stopped, but only in small patches. They called them null zones. One appeared in the middle of a London street, sending cars drifting upward like toy boats. Another opened above a desert, and a whole sandstorm rose in a spiraling column into the sky. At the 11th hour, I saw one outside my window. A small bird, mid-flight, suddenly froze in place. Then it began to rise, slowly, wings flapping uselessly. I opened my window without thinking, and it floated toward me, chirping frantically. I caught it in my hands and felt a pull, upward, on both of us. That's when I heard the voice. It wasn't outside, it was inside my head, clear and calm. We are adjusting the balance, do not resist. I dropped the bird in shock. It didn't fall, it drifted upward toward the ceiling, pecking at the air in confusion. My chest felt tight. The voice spoke again, your time anchored is over, prepare. I didn't know if I was going mad or if something was speaking to everyone, but when I ran downstairs into the street, I saw the same expression on people's faces, eyes wide, mouths slightly open, as if they'd all heard it too. By the 16th hour, the sky had changed. It wasn't blue anymore, but a deep, shifting silver, like liquid metal, and in it, far above the rings of clouds, shapes moved fast, slow, and deliberate. No one on the broadcasts mentioned them, maybe they couldn't see. At the 19th hour, the countdown reached minutes. The city was eerily quiet. People clung to railings, poles, trees, anything they thought might hold them down. And then, at 10:47 a.m., gravity stopped. It didn't feel like falling. It felt like being invited. The world turned light, every object loosening from its place, cars, animals, people all drifting upward into the silver sky. Screams came first, then silence, as the air thinned. The shapes in the sky grew clearer, massive structures, glinting with strange geometry, their surfaces rippling like water. They weren't machines, not exactly, more like living architecture. The voice returned, louder now. And everywhere, the surface cycle is complete, the harvest begins. I spun slowly in the air, helpless, rising toward one of the shapes. It opened, not like a door, but like an unfolding flower of metal and light. Inside, I saw thousands of people already drifting, suspended like dust motes. That's when I understood. Gravity hadn't failed by accident. It had been given to us, long ago, by something that could take it away whenever it wished. We had been walking on their leash for millennia, and now they were simply pulling it back. As I floated into the light, the last thing I felt was not fear, but the unsettling certainty that this had happened before many times, and that when the cycle began again, we would have no memory of it. The leash would return, and we would call it Earth's gravity.